Hey guys, it's Janixa and welcome to another nail lacquer therapy session. Today we are going to be going through black nail polishes from multiple different brands, from 13 to be exact, and we are going to do a battle of the blacks to see which one is the best black nail polish out there. I am including drugstore nail polishes here, and also just some regular mainstream, and there's a couple of like indie, like Lights Lacquer and Hollow Taco. Well, I guess they're more like boutique brands, but whatever. They're included here too. Yeah, there's a lot to get through, so let's just go ahead and get into the swatches. Okay, we're starting off the battle of the black nail polish with Zoya's Willa. This one was actually pretty good. I hate the skinny brush, but this was an easy two-coat formula. It wasn't patchy, it wasn't streaky, and it does dry down to a nice glossy finish. So I maybe would give this one a 7 out of 10. It was a pretty good one. I liked it. Next up, we have Essie's Licorice. This one really surprised me. This was almost a one-coater when I was doing the swatch photos. As you can see here in the swatch video, it is a one-coater. But I still did 2 coats of it. When I was doing my swatch photos, it wasn't patchy at all. It went on very smooth. It was really good, and it was one of those that I thought to myself, once this one has been used a few times, it could be a one coater. But as we can see on the live swatch, it was definitely showing up in one coat. Next up, we have Essence Black is Back. This one is a little bit sheer on the first coat. Again, it's looking a lot more opaque in the video than it did when I was doing my swatch photos, and I actually despise this brush. This brush is thick and it's like bushy, and look at the bristles are all over the place. I hate it. The polish itself, the formula wasn't bad. It does dry nice and glossy. This one is a decent one. Next up, we have China Glaze Liquid Leather, and all I can say for this one is wow, excellent formula. It was so close to being a one-coater when I was doing my swatch photos, but once again here in the video, this looks like a perfect one-coater. It dries really, really glossy, and maybe when I was doing the swatch photos, my application may have not been all that great, and that's why I needed 2 coats. So if you do a nice steady application, 1 coat should be good for this polish. I did do 2 in this video though. Next up, we have Lights Lacquer's Tuxedo Mask. This one does have a good formula, but it's for sure not a one-coater. Here in the video, you can see where there's a little bit of like streaks at the tip there. It is a good formula. I have no complaints. It glides on really easily, but you definitely need that second coat. And I also feel like the color isn't as deep as some of the other blacks that we've swatched here already. So it's missing that depth for me. Next up, we have OPI's Black Onyx, and this one actually feels like it has a little bit of a jelly-ish formula. It's definitely not a one-coater because of that formula. It dries really glossy. The formula is a good one, but compared to the 5 that we have swatched so far, it definitely feels like it's more on the jelly side, where the other ones felt like they were, more on the cream side. It is a very deep and shiny black after that second coat though. Like I said with the Lights Lacquer one, it seemed to lack depth. This one did not at all. Next up, we have Orly's Liquid Vinyl. The formula for this one is a little bit thin and sheer. Now remember, having a thin formula isn't necessarily a bad thing, and of course it's coming out in the video looking so much better than it did when I was doing my swatch, full hand swatches. So a thin formula is not necessarily bad, it's just that compared to all the other polishes that we've swatched up until now, this one is definitely thinner than the others. Next up, we're going to look at 3 Sally Hansen polishes. The first one is from their Insta Dry line, and it's called Black to Black. I absolutely hate this brush. It is such a square brush, and it's so long, it's almost a little bit difficult to control. While I was doing this swatch, I was going really slow. This one does take 2 coats for full coverage. The next Sally Hansen we're going to look at is from their Extreme Wear line, and this one is called Blackout. Wow, I was really surprised with this one. It's probably the least expensive out of all 13 polishes that we're looking at, and it has an amazing formula. It is pretty much a one coater. Again, that'll depend on your application, but wow, this one's amazing. Next up is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel line, and this one is called Onyx-pected. This one is a bit sheer on that first coat. You can tell here it definitely needs that second coat. The formula is good. I also hate the brush on this. I really wish Sally Hansen would change that square brush. But the formula here is a good one, but I did feel like if you overwork the polish, you're gonna get streaks. Next up is Morgan Taylor's Little Black Dress, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a one coater for sure. Especially when I did my swatch photos, it was a one coater, beautiful formula. The brush is skinny because this is an older bottle, but this one is amazing. Next up, we have Nailtopia's Respect. This one does have a good formula. It's a little bit streaky on the first coat, so you definitely need 2 coats. This is another one that I don't like the brush on. I haven't tried many Nailtopia polishes. I think this one is probably my first one, but the brush, again, it just seems kind of thick for me. I like the more flat paddle brushes. And last but not least, we have Holo Taco's One Coat Black. I was really skeptical about this one, guys, because, I mean, it says it in the name. It claims to be just a one coater, but oh my goodness, it really is a one coater, and it is an amazing formula. This one is so gorgeous, and honestly, I'm sold now. Okay, now it's time to pick favorites. First, I want to say all 13 of these were really good polishes. The brushes weren't so great, but the actual polishes themselves were great. But my picks have to be in number 1, China Glaze Liquid Leather. Number 2, Morgan Taylor Little Black Dress. Number 3, Sally Hansen Extreme Wear Blackout. And number 4, Holo Taco One Coat Black. Now, those aren't in any particular order. They're just the 4 that really stood out to me. There you have it, you guys. We concluded the battle of the black nail polishes. Which one was your favorite? Which one is your go-to black nail polish? I think for me, my favorite out of all of these, I didn't really want to pick this one because it seemed like the obvious one, but Holo Taco really is great, and I'm wearing that on my nails right now. But I also really loved the China Glaze black polish and the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear black polishes. Those 2 black polishes honestly really surprised me. I didn't expect them to do very well, not because they're not good brands, because they are, but you know, they're drugstore, and we don't always have high hopes for drugstore nail polishes, but they really were some of my favorites. Please let me know down in the comments below what black nail polish is your go-to black nail polish. Which one do you always use? Which one do you hate? I want to hear it all from you guys in the comments down below. And also let me know if you want me to do this with white polishes. You might be able to see them behind me there. I do have a lot of white polishes available to swatch, so if you're interested in me doing a battle of the white nail polishes, let me know and I will do that for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!